Hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, hoping that you are having a great day, and in today's video, I'm going to be sitting back in my kind of squeaky chair, relaxing and having a little conversation with all of you guys where I answer another viewer question. This one comes from Discord, where I'm asked, hey, Uncle Frank, is trading your trading cards still a thing? And sure, that's worth a quick video, I think. So, yeah, in the world of TCGs, especially recently, there's been a lot of focus on the more, well, purely financial side of the hobby. A lot of people are just monetary minded when it comes to their cards. They're either buying or selling individual cards or sealed product, right? You would be forgiven, in fact, for thinking that not a lot of trading goes on when it comes to TCGs if you just look out on social media, especially where you just kind of see people talking about their most recent pickups at their LNGS, whatever cards they're adding to their portfolios, etc. And there's a lot of people who maintain a personal collection. You know, they'll maintain a special binder or even a big long box of cards that they want to keep for themselves. Maybe it's loose, maybe it's sealed product, maybe it's graded cards, whatever have you. But they won't have trade binders, dedicated trade binders or trade boxes or whatever have you. And I'm here to say that no, trading is very much still an active part of trading card games. I mean, it's in the name, trading card games. Sure, it's not maybe as visible as when you were a kid, for instance, and that's part of just because, well, growing up was a thing. There's more adults visible in the hobby these days, and a lot of these adults are very cost conscious. Sure, trading still exists, but a lot of people who are, well, worried about paying the bills, they're trying to keep an eye on, well, paying the bills. Trading absolutely still happens. It's still there. It's just maybe not as visible right now when we're in one of the peak speculative bubbles of the TCG world. It's something that still goes on all the time. In fact, I see and engage with trading all the time, whether it's for sealed product that I have, for sealed product someone else has, or when it's cards that I have for cards someone else has. It's still very much an active part of how personal collections or store inventories grow. I mean, many trading card hobby store, whatever you want to call them, many store owners engage in trading often just because they are fans of the hobby. They want cards for personal collections. So they'll gladly get rid of some store inventory that's just been kind of sitting around for, oh, say, some old Yu-Gi-Oh card that they've wanted for a few years now. They just haven't had an opportunity to grab, right? Trading is very much still a thing that people actively engage in. Maybe not as visibly for some people, especially if you don't go out and go to card stores or conventions or whatever, but it's still very much a thing. Sure, it's not the playground anymore. We're aware that our cards have prices. We're not kids. So we're not ripping open packs like back in the day and taking the shiny card and going, oh, I kind of don't want this one. Here, I'll trade you this Dark Magician for your Blue Eyes White Dragon. We don't do that anymore just because as adults, we're aware of the cost of collectibles. But that does still happen. Like, I almost guarantee you right now that there's a bunch of kids across America or across the globe who are trading their shiny pieces of cardboard for other shiny pieces of cardboard, irregardless of the actual value of the cards. That's just how kids are, right? But for the adults, obviously, we don't just do those one-to-one trades anymore. We're also not doing the other thing that was common, I think, when I was younger. We're not flipping through old magazines looking for the most updated price guides, right? I don't know if you're all too familiar with it, but they used to do price guides for some card games in magazines. It was what a wild time to get monthly updates on how expensive certain cards were. Oh, how do you know how much that is? Well, the magazine said it's worth that much. Wow, crazy stuff, crazy stuff. You know, we live in a modern age with people more aware than ever of the value of collectibles, and certainly that has resulted in a subculture of a subculture where, like I said earlier, there's a lot more focus these days on the buying and selling and financial aspects of it. But those same aspects also inform the rest of the hobby, and in my opinion, those are my three favorite words in case you guys couldn't tell. In my opinion, the modern aspects of the hobby give us a lot of opportunity, a lot of tools that make trading more convenient and easier than ever. I mean, the internet is full to the brim with all sorts of information. Yes, for some card games, it's harder than others to find appropriate price guide. There are dozens of dead TCGs out there that can still be traded, certainly, but good luck finding accurate price listings, right? But for all the major card games, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Star Wars, Final Fantasy, etc., it's pretty easy to find quite accurate, even for the joke ones, obviously. Even for Star Wars. I know I was making a joke, but even for that one, it's easy to go online, go to TCG Player, eBay, etc., and find up-to-date, daily tracked pricing for what people are willing to buy and sell cards at, and that makes trading easy. Especially for tools like, oh, what was it? The Collector app. The Collector app is good. I know that there's a bit of a meme about it. People like to use it as a portfolio tracker. They'll put all their sealed products on it and track it like it's a stock market index, which is, well, it's definitely a thing you can do with it. That's all I'm going to say. But in my opinion, it's perhaps the greatest trading tool available to people who are just on the fly looking to get some trades in at a convention. They don't have time to, go to every website and quick search up the cards. It's all there. You have all the cards in your trade binder loaded into one collection on the Collector app, and there you go. If someone wants to conduct a trade with you, boom, it's right there. It's right easy to do. Convenient stuff. And there's all kinds of tools like that. That's just one example. There's all kinds of useful websites, apps, etc., that make actually trading things more convenient. And the trade itself, the physical aspect. The sleeves and the binders we had when I was a kid, they sucked. They sucked. Like, penny sleeves were premium back in the day, and those things were awful. We had those terrible 3-ring binders. It wasn't until, Yu-Gi-Oh had some decent binders for a while, but, for Magic size, for, standard size cards like Magic and Pokemon, you had to use the 3-ring binders for the longest time. And those would damage your freaking cards if you stuffed them too full. I can't tell you how many trades I've done when I was younger where I just pull a card out of someone else's binder and it's got this big old dent in it because it was right next to the ring. So not only has the information side of it gotten easier, but actually maintaining your collection has gotten way easier with all the new tools. There's a dozen different companies all dedicated to creating sleeves or binders or storage boxes, whatever have you. So every aspect of the trading side of things has become easier and more convenient, and as a result, it absolutely still happens. So to answer the question, yeah, trading is still very much a part of the trading card hobby. And not even just the game part. There are people who I know for a fact trade sports cards. Sure, they like to trade the higher end sports cards, the big number sports cards, the kind of cards you could trade a handful of them and get a house. But hey, it's still trading, right? Still trading. It's easy to think that something doesn't happen if you don't engage with it yourself. You don't see a whole lot of it. What's a good example? I don't personally see a whole lot of, here's a good one. I don't see a whole lot of Star Wars Unlimited tournaments happening here. I don't see a lot of Force of Will tournaments happening in my local area. I basically see 0 players, 0 collectors, etc. That doesn't mean, I like to meme about and joke about Star Wars a lot on the channel, and apparently I'm its biggest hater or whatever. But just because I don't physically engage with it, just because I don't see it, doesn't mean it's not happening. And the same thing applies to trading. Just because you guys might not be seeing it, just because the guy who asked this is not seeing a whole lot of trading going on in his area, that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. All right? So go out there and, next time you're at a convention, have a binder with you. Have the contents of that binder uploaded onto the Collector app so you can very easily and conveniently. This is a sponsored video. This is Collector sponsored content, apparently. But yeah, just remember that trade still happens. It's still a fun part of the hobby, and It's easier now than ever, I think. And when the speculative boom is over and fewer people are in the hobby space for a purely financial reason, I think it'll be even greater to trade just because there's less emphasis on squeezing as much money out of every individual card as possible. That's definitely a bonus. That was not that long ago where there was a lot less focus on the monetary side of things. It's just it's a temporary part of the hobby, I think. But I'm rambling at this point. I'll talk to you kids later. As always, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Check out the links in the description. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao. Boop.